Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to presentation. My name is Dmitry Davidov. I'm Bittrex24 Chief Marketing Officer, joined today by Alex Serbenok.
Hello, everyone. We are glad to see you on air with us in new Bittrex24 presentation for partners.
Yes, today we're going to be talking about new Bittrex24 and the features that are coming with it. We're going to talk about new features that are going to be added to all major Bittrex24 components, from Messenger to automation. And this presentation is being recorded. You will be able to watch it later and share it with your customers. And the presentation file itself will also be available and made to you available by our partner department later on. And we have decided to call this series Bittrex24 Intelligence. There are actually two reasons for it. One is the obvious one. Artificial intelligence is growing by leaps and bounds, and it's being used worldwide and being adopted at a very, very rapid pace. The second reason is that we believe that combination of human intelligence and artificial intelligence is the way our society is going to evolve and the way businesses are going to grow rapidly.
Yes, so AI is our ally, but not an enemy.
Yes, yes.
That's great.
Let's start with newly redesigned Bittrex24 mobile app. You know that during the spring release, we did major update for design for the web and the desktop versions of Bittrex24. Now it's the mobile version's app turn, and we have significantly redesigned it. We have also given you an ability to customize both top and the bottom menus. Bittrex24 has a lot of tools, and different businesses use it differently. They have different priorities. Some businesses do not need all of those tools, so it makes sense to give you full control over customization. So that's newly redesigned Bittrex24 mobile app. It's been available in the marketplace for a while. I know that a lot of partners have already had a chance to try it out, and the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, especially because in some respects it works up to 4 times faster than the old mobile app. Now let's move on to Bittrex24 Messenger. That's another focus for Bittrex24. It is mighty powerful. We talked before that in the business settings, it makes sense to use specialized business messenger rather than relying on WhatsApp or Telegram, where you have spammers, scammers, spoofing, phishing, and all of those things.
People.
Yeah. And the newly improved Bittrex24 Messenger is going to come with a feature that is very familiar to you if you have kids or younger coworkers, because younger audiences, they absolutely love video notes and video messages. I know that on WhatsApp and Telegrams, my children use it extensively because they think it's faster. You don't have to type anything, and video notes is another important addition. It's very, very personalized. When you record a message, people can see your face. We know that short format videos are hugely popular, so it makes sense to add this tool to our messenger as well. Now, obviously, there is an inconvenience when voice messages are being exchanged, is that you have to listen to them, and in certain settings are not appropriate for it. So in Bittrex24, you don't have to listen to the voice messages. or the video notes, because transcription, automatic transcription, which is real time, is available to you. All you have to do is just click one button. And it works exactly the same way on the desktop version, the web version, as the mobile version. Over 120 languages are supported for transcription, so I'm absolutely positive that no matter which country you are located in, even India that has many official languages, I'm pretty confident that all of those languages are supported by Bittrex 24. Now let's move on to emojis. Bittrex 24 has updated its emojis collection, and I would actually like to hear your feedback. If you think that emojis are appropriate for a business tool, give us a thumbs up. If you think it is inappropriate, tell us the reason why in the comments during this YouTube translation. We did release a major study for our clients who use emojis extensively, and there is actually significant differences from one country to another, but we know that our customers absolutely love using emojis, and there is a new set of emojis now available inside Bittrex 24, as well as new stickers, and you can update your own sticker packs if you want to. So we are making communications more intelligent and emotional in the good sense with Bittrex 24 emojis and stickers. Also, we are giving you an ability to create chat folders for Bittrex 24 chats in channels, because if you work in a larger companies, you know that group chats have this weird tendency to multiply and the old chats never go away. So a lot of times it's a good idea to group those chats by topic or by how important they are, and this way you're not being distracted. So that's new Bittrex 24 AI Messenger. There's also additional options that make sense to be added. One thing you can do now, if you are an admin with appropriate rights, you can now clear the contents of the entire chat for all participants. There are issues sometimes that come up when things that are being discussed are not productive, or there is certain reason why the entire conversation for everyone has to be erased. This option is now available. Also, there is an option that is very popular in some industries like legal tech, when you from the very beginning create a chat that will automatically delete all of its contents in a set period of time, like 1 hour or 1 day. Very popular with discussions for NDA agreements. Anytime there is data that you want to make sure never leaves your company and cannot be obtained by anyone.
That's a big security feature.
Yeah, it's a big security feature. Another one that is available to you is to prohibit screenshots from being taken on the mobile app. If you are an admin, you can enable this option inside Bittrex 24. There are also additional security options available to you, like using Face ID for your login. And we're going to be talking about even more security options later on, because it's a very important topic, and it is especially important for our enterprise grade clients. So that's Bittrex 24 Messenger. And let's talk about new Bittrex 24 Sync.
Yeah, and by the way, what you asked about the sticker, when it was talking about the stickers and the emojis, I saw a bunch of likes in our chat, so it's probably a cool feature. And we've been working with new emojis for quite a while.
Yep.
And at first I was skeptical, like, why would I need more emojis?
Were you skeptical, or did you leave sad emojis?
No, I was just skeptical, you know, but it's actually a good way to communicate with the team and just understand your coworkers better on an emotional level.
Yep.
Yeah, so now let's talk about Bittrex 24 Sync. It's our very important instrument that allows companies to make calls and just to collaborate better, work better with everyday scenarios. And it works using the M1 platform, which enables our development for a better project. It allows us to create high-load projects that work better with HD quality and amazing sound, which our our invention that we work.
And 1 stands for 1 million because our goal is to support customers with up to 1 million users who need to have communication capabilities like online meetings and video calls.
Yeah, sure.
We're well on the path of achieving this goal.
Yeah, we're working towards this goal, and every day we see 120,000 calls being made via Bittrex24 Sync, which is a great number, so it makes sense to make more and more improvement.
Yep.
And we understand that Bittrex24 Sync replaces internal telephony. Like I've never had a call for my during my work time on the phone, like for years, probably like never.
Yeah, it's usually either your wife or a delivery person
Yes.
who delivered the food. But for business purposes, we don't use anything other than Bittrex24 Sync.
Yeah, and it's very convenient for any company just to have your internal messenger, like you talk about my messengers. So what improvements are we having in Bittrex24 Sync? First, the new design, we've redesigned the whole Bittrex24 half a year ago on our
Yep.
spring release, and
Yep.
it makes sense to update our Sync interface too. It's much simpler, much more fun to work with it. It's much more understandable. So we've totally redesigned our call interface. Next, talking about call recording. Now the recorded calls are stored in cloud. It's amazing because it works faster. It's a more accessible way to store a record. How many times you recorded a call and then you were looking who's got the record,
Yeah.
who's got everything. Now it's all fixed, and also it freezes up the hard drive space. You don't need to store your recording on your computer. And improvement in Copilot. Copilot is an instrument that I cannot imagine my day-to-day work, day-to-day calls without it. It gives you the transcription of the call, and also it gives you the information like what went good, what went bad, and how you can improve. However, right now it can show the employee involvement. So it's not only what the person was speaking, it was, however, how result-oriented the person was, how focused, how really helpful they were towards the achievement of the agenda that you've mentioned at the beginning of the call. So it also makes your internal communication much more understandable, much more predictable, and you just can be more effective in day-to-day calls.
The best thing that I like about the follow-up is that it stores the entire transcript of your online meeting, and you don't have to argue whether this issue was ever discussed or not.
Yeah.
You can look at the transcript and say, hey, you said this, or I said this, or no, we didn't discuss it. You can look at the transcript. That's one of the advantages to me.
Yes, so Copilot follow-up is enabled in all group calls and can be also enabled manually in one-on-one calls. So we have a lot of AI tools in Sync, but we added one more great tool, is a call log. Now you have a special interface which will be even more convenient to work on your mobile device. You can see all your calls that you had today. Maybe you missed some calls, and now this ain't gonna happen. You just see what calls were made to you during this day. Very convenient way.
Very, very convenient.
So Bittrex24 Sync AI. New Copilot follow-up recording are now stored in the cloud, and big updates in design, and especially in our mobile version. All right, let's talk about the collaboration instruments in Bittrex24. As we all know, we have all the tools that help a team or company of any level work and completely feel all their needs.
It's important to say that different people and different companies and different teams mean different things by collaborations.
Yes.
And we have all of it, from feed to e-signature.
Yeah, we can cover everything that might need. And one of the key elements is online documents. Probably any company work with online documents, any company works collaboratively with them. And now you can create a quick document link, send it to your coworker or maybe your client or whoever you want to send it, and just work together. It's just a very fast and easy way to work together.
Because prior to that, you would send a link, people would click it, it would open up, and only then you would be able to start editing it. Now it's much faster. With a single click, it already opens up in the editable form where you can work on it.
Yeah, Bittrex24 documents support probably all the popular formats of documents that people work with. And another important instrument of collaboration is boards. It's a great instrument to visualize your project and work with them more efficiently. And we see it getting more and more popular, so we have to create updates. And what improvements we actually made in boards. Now the documents are integrated with boards. So for example, if you're working with a board, you are working together, now you can add the document to the same board you're working right now. So now you're working collectively in the board, and simultaneously you work with the document. So it just creates a great ecosystem, a much smoother process of working together. And also about improvement in boards, many improvements. And also I want to highlight the user activity tracking. We can see who made what. It's a great instrument to understand what impact every team member is making to this project.
And the quick link is available for the boards,
of course,
just like it is available for documents.
And also, this is big, guys. Now boards are available in the on-premise version. This was a very popular question. When will the boards be available on on-premise version? Now they are available there too.
Okay, this was big, but I'm going to talk about something that's going to be huge.
Even bigger.
Even bigger, yes.
Oh my.
It's this kind of release where we have a ton of awesome features that are heading away. So, okay, we've had email for a while, and we understand that email is very important for communicating, especially between customers and their clients. Usually that's the primary tool of communications, and by popular request from you, the partners, and our clients, we're now giving you a central location where you can manage, not you, the account admin can manage all of those accounts and access in a central place. This is very convenient. Obviously, we are using the same role-based logic as we are using in our other Bittrex 24 tools, where only certain type of people are given full or restricted access, and it's completely customizable by admin. But is the huge feature that you guys are going to absolutely love. Yes, now email works on Bittrex 24 mobile app. All you have to do is connect the mailbox with your mobile app, and you will be able to send and receive emails on your Bittrex 24 mobile app. You will be able to work with Bittrex 24 CRM, send messages from there, and do all of those awesome features. And very importantly, our AI assistant, Copilot, it is also available for Bittrex 24 email, which means that it can quickly summarize the email, or it can compose a polite decline, or compose a new message, or an apology, or whatever. So all of those things are available to Bittrex 24 users. Now let's move on to company structure. Honestly, there weren't many updates to company structure because this tool has been with Bittrex 24 from the beginning. It is actually crucially important for our larger customers, and I actually highly encourage you, if you are about to sell Bittrex 24 professional or enterprise plan as a partner, the first thing you should do after inviting users is to actually create a company structure, because it makes things easy to understand, and because the rights are inherited from the company structure hierarchy. The new things that we have added as a part of this Bittrex 24 release is department collabs, and that means that person is being added to a department or moved from one department to another. He's automatically given access to or revoked access to that collab. The workflows now can be configured in a way so that they are set for a specific team in Bittrex 24 company structure, and there are other drag and drop changes where just moving things around and rearranging items there are much easier. So that's new Bittrex 24 collaboration with major improvements to online documents, to boards, my favorite, mobile email, and company structure.
It's not only your favorite, but also I see our partners being so excited when you mentioned the mobile email. That's big time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. But wait, there is more.
There's more. There's something even bigger. Okay, we're going gargantuous here.
Yes, yes.
So tasks and projects, one of the most popular instruments of Bittrex24 that probably most companies use. Actually, it's 93% of our customers that are...
9 out of 10 larger customers, the
Yeah.
ones who bring most profit to us and to you guys.
So it's always important to focus on tasks. And now tasks are even more AI powered than before, and we're going to cover it a little bit later. But now we're going to talk about new creation form. Whenever you start creating a new task, you get a little short form, but
Yep.
then when you go to a full form, we've redesigned the whole task creation form. Because we've noticed that for some companies, they need more informational blocks, and some companies and some tasks require more communication block.
Yep.
So now the right part is the chat, actually a chat of the tasks, and the left part, it still has all the informational blocks that we had previously, just a better, more convenient, just a nicer way to work with the task. And yeah, the form is brand new. We're going to talk about chats a little bit later, but it's a big time, especially if you worked with Bittrex24 tasks for a long time. It's just a new interface that you're going to get.
Yep, and we should say that the old comments are gone.
The comments are gone.
In terms of we're replacing comments with
Yeah.
with chats, not that we're going
Absolutely.
to delete anyone's comments.
So
or chats.
now Bittrex24 tasks can work in the chat way. So yeah, whenever we talk with whenever we work with a task, you just can chat in the right part of every task. Just the interface that we are using, that we are used to, we are chatting every day with our co-workers. So we just need to inherit this to a work process. We just work as we used before, and also when we chat, we also can make calls.
Yep.
And especially when we work with any task, you can make a call from any task and just discuss this task on a go. This is just a very convenient way to work. We just do a quick call from any task you want to. So now Bittrex24 tasks work with chat mode. No more comments. We'll definitely be able, if you worked on some task previously and it has comments, nothing will be lost. So make sure that you don't worry about it, and your clients will not lose any data that they have. But now Bittrex24 is working with chats, and you can actually see a new tab in your chat menu. It will have all the tasks. So if you're working with a chat, a new comment will go higher, a new message will go higher, and you'll see what tasks are being worked on right now. It's a very fast, very convenient, very understandable, and especially if you're working on your mobile device, this is big, guys. Right now, it's a very quick, very understandable, and a super convenient way to work with tasks on the phone. No more clunky and big interface. You just go and work with the task with the regular chat that you're using every day, hundreds of chats.
Yeah, it's important that we've separated just chats
Yeah.
and channels from task chats, so you know exactly which chats you're working with.
And it actually makes work much faster. We've did our own research, and it's up to 2 times faster or even better. And we've talked about in the new tab about chats. Previously, we had all the chat notifications in just notification block,
Yep.
all the task notification. Right now, it's much easier to understand what is being done in tasks because you have a new tab. But would it be cool
Yep.
if the tasks could just be assigned by themselves? We don't create them. We are already using chats. We are already sending voice messages that you've mentioned previously. We are sending video notes. And what if the task wouldn't work the same way? So we're presenting to you the audio tasks. What does this mean? So we're working with the chat or just chatting with our coworker, and we are sending a voice message to them. Then AI analyzes this voice message and created the task using the information in this voice message. So it will get all the information from the call. It will actually transcribe it into the task description.
Yep.
It will add the voice message itself. And the task, you don't even have to do anything. AI will do everything for you.
You have to say, please set the task for person A with deadline B doing this and this. You do have.
If you're chatting with this person, it will already assign the task to them. Even
smart.
simpler.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also works with the video note. So if you send a video note to your coworker in chat, it will work the same way. Copilot will analyze this video note and create tasks. Also, it works, could we go back to the previous slide? It will also work with the task status too. So if you're working with this task, you will have a chat and you can send a voice message like, guys, we finished working on this project, we finished working on this task, that's the results. It will also update the task status here. Super convenient, like, first of all, this is so cool.
Yep.
This is Star Trek level innovation.
People who love voice messages and video notes are going to love tasks that they set by talking to their phone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very convenient. So audio tasks are available in group chats, in notes when you just chat with yourself, or in just personal chats with your coworkers. So once again, audio tasks, a very convenient and fast way to create new tasks. You just send a video message or a voice message, and the task will create by themselves. That's why we need AI. So, what are the new stuff that we have in tasks? Audio tasks, video tasks, an updated interface of working with chats, and many new other features in tasks. I want to highlight that the all new task will work in chat mode. For some people, it may be something new, especially if you're working for years with your task. But actually, when your first surprise and feeling is gone, just in an hour, you understand that chat interface is so awesome.
And we're actually going to be rolling this feature in groups. So we're going to start rolling it out, I think, in a couple of days. But we're going to roll it slowly to collect the most feedback, and overall it's going to take several weeks.
Yeah. So
as partners, you will have priority access.
Sure, of course. I have seen a lot of questions in chat. When will everything be released? We'll cover this, of course, in the end of our presentation. But it's nice to hear that you already can't wait to start using all these new cool features.
Yes. Now, we've talked about AI extensively even before we got to the AI section. So, obviously, we are living through a GPT revolution, and the thing that is brings the most promise to everyone is AI agents. And we've previewed AI agents before, and now you will understand how it will work inside Bittrex 24 and the tremendous value that AI agents are able to deliver. Now, before I go into AI agents, I have to talk about MCP, which stands for Model Context Protocol, which is essentially a set of instructions for AI system, where to look for data and what to do with it in what format. So we are giving you MCP Hub and MCP servers. There is a difference between them. And right now you can connect the tools that you and your customers are most likely using, like Google Drive and Gmail, to Bittrex 24 using MCP Hub. Meaning you, once you do this, you can be inside Bittrex 24 and use our Copilot and ask it questions about your Gmail inbox contents, for example, or Google Drive or Figma. So that's new Bittrex 24 MCP Hub, a single place inside Bittrex 24 where you can connect your Copilot to outside data sources. Also, we are providing you with Bittrex 24 MCP Server, which works the other way around. In this instance, Bittrex 24 and its contents is the source of your data, and you're working with other AI systems in their interface that is familiar to you, like ChatGPT, asking it questions about Bittrex 24 contents, and it provides you the answers. The obvious issue is MCP security, because larger corporations are rightfully skeptical about what type of their internal data can or cannot be fed to external AI systems. This is why our MCP Hub and Server comes with access right settings where you determine whether you are allowed or not allowed to connect this. But if anyone can do this, or if only admin can do this. So those things have already been thought before. But let's now look at Bittrex 24 AI agents. We're going to come out with several pre-built agents for things like knowledge base agents. A lot of companies have their own knowledge bases, and rather than making people read those and memorize them, you can build an AI agent that you can ask and it will look for answers in that knowledge base. So a few of those are going to be available to you out of the box, so to speak, which is a pun given that it's a cloud service, not just a box service. But you will be able to create your own AI agents using the AI builder inside Bittrex 24. More importantly, AI agents, the one that don't come by default inside Bittrex 24, will be available to you in Bittrex 24 Marketplace, and you as a partner will be able to display them there, to sell them, to use them for finding new clients and for other purposes.
Yeah, it can actually be a new revenue source for any partner.
It absolutely will be, because AI agents are very, very valuable. And ironically, or maybe not ironically, AI agents a lot of times are more useful than the entire AI itself that they're using, because they're doing specialized things and they're doing it oftentimes without even human prompt. So let's talk about Bittrex 24 automation, which is bread and butter for you guys, for the partners. That's probably where most of your revenue and customer value is being derived from. Bittrex 24 automation comes in different shapes and forms. We have rules and triggers for CRM, for tasks. We have workflows. We have smart process automations, which are hugely useful. You have scripts, you have prompts. So those things are available in Bittrex 24. We are, I can say, automation pioneers in terms of that. The very first on-premise Bittrex 24 version that was released in 2008 already had a workflow builder, which used to be called business process builder. Obviously, this interface is very, very outdated. This feature is very, very popular. Over 20 million workflows are being executed every single day. Now, these are the most popular scenarios for use for approvals, like payments or leave requests. And a lot of workflows work with leads and processes where deals are moved from one stage to another automatically. Now, all of the AI tools that we are releasing, they are going to be part of the new automation engine inside Bittrex 24. And the same automation studio that is being used to build AIs can be also used to build workflows and business processes. So this is your new automation studio that will be available to you as a partner shortly upon request. You will have to request early access, and after we give you extensive chance to play around with it and to test it extensively, it will be released to all of our customers as well.
And by the way, the link to the request will be in the description down below in the comments to this video.
Okay, so once you're done with the presentation, feel free to submit your request. And things like that we've talked about in our last release is when you actually use AI to give it instruction to build an AI agent for you, or a workflow for you automatically, is also coming to you later. It's going to take a little while, and you will be able to also use voice commands to build those things. And for us as a company, and probably for you as a partner, and maybe for entire industries and countries. AI and AI agents are absolutely strategic. This is the focus for the next several years because it's going to drive productivity tremendously, and it's going to help us be way, way, way more efficient than we were before.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? When we first started talking about AI agents, our partners were nervous. Will AI agents replace us?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and now we've seen that all the partners are like, we need AI agents. People are now not scared about them, but actually see it as a great resource to them, as a friend, as their ally. So that's great. Let's talk about Bittrex24 CRM, also one of our key instruments that helps teams of any level and any business grow and just earn more money. And we are proud to be a modern AI-powered CRM. We are pioneers in many, many technologies like call transcription. We also allow doing sales scripts using AI, speech analysis, and many, many other cool features of using AI in CRM. So what are the new improvements that we've made? First, it's recurring invoices. So in many businesses, you need to send recurring invoices regularly, like once a month, once a week, or of any time that you need. Now you and your managers can create rules with what rules these invoices would be sent to your customer. So you don't have to do anything, you just create it once, and all the process is being worked automatically. So it's very useful to properly for companies that work in accounting, tax services, and even legal services. I'm sure there are even more ways to use it for any other types of businesses, but these are the prime examples that can benefit just right from the go. Next, let's talk about the contact center, our instrument that help you communicate with your customer, that you can connect
you or your AI agent.
Yes, that's very true. So you can connect your messengers or any social media that you want to. Now we can have a better integration with Telegram and WhatsApp using the direct WhatsApp integration. And that's not everything that we're having with this direction. So now AI can autocomplete CRM fields after the chat you did with the customer. So previously we had this instrument that works after a call. When we have the call recording, AI analyzes this and then autocompletes the fields in the deal. Now it works the same way with the chat. Next, new activity can be created after a call. So for example, your manager had a call with a customer and they decided like, yeah, let's have one more call tomorrow, or let's just have a meeting tomorrow. AI will analyze this call and create the activity for your manager. So it won't be a situation where, oh, I just forgot to call it, or I forgot to meet.
And you don't have to do it manually. It will at least take you a few seconds to go to calendar, edit and then sync it. Now you don't have to think about it, it's done automatically.
Yeah, you don't need to do extra clicks, extra work, extra, mental work. So it's a great way to work with AI. Also, we are adding AI spam protection and also filtering unwanted and scam calls. As we've talked previously, a lot of scam and a lot of spam calls are being
robocalling,
everything that makes your life harder.
Prior to this, you had to manually delete those recordings or mark deals as junk.
Yeah.
Now AI does it for it. Understand that it's robocalling, junks it automatically.
Yeah, and also it makes a much easier way to work with your database. So let's talk about AI-powered repeat sales. So how does it work in a nutshell? When every night AI analyzes your database and see what deals can be recreated and just how you can make repeat sales. We actually made a research where we ran these tests on with 4,000 companies, with 4,000 businesses, and more than 160,000 deals were created by AI. And the conversion rate was quite high, about 26%. And
one out of four.
One out of four, which is pretty good, especially like we're doing nothing. AI is doing this for us. So it's a great instrument and it's a great tool for any company that can use AI in their business. So now we are adding more and improved AI-powered repeat sales. The idea is AI will have more segments which they can use to create these AI repeat sales. It can be birthdays, it can be monthly purchases, or many other segments. So, yeah, anywhere, like, you name it. So every night it will analyze your database, it will create new deals that your manager has to process. So in the morning they come to work and see, like, I've got 26 more deals to work today. And they work in this, it collects your conversion rate, so you're doing nothing, and with the same database you can create more deals and just close them.
And this feature is available on Bittrex24 Professional plans. So one of the ways you can upsell your customers is when you go to a business, and if it's a business like a flower shop that does a lot of business around St. Valentine's Day, and there is Mother's Day,
Sure.
If there are any patterns, or like, let's say you are selling birthday cakes, obviously customers have birthdays every single day. It's predictable. It's not every 2 months or every 6 months, or we don't have birthday this year, we'll have it next year. Anytime there is a pattern, AI will understand that there is a pattern, look at the past deals, customers who already know the person, and propose new future sales. And the conversion rate, which is 1 out of 4, it's huge.
Of course.
And this should be enough of a reasoning for a company to go from Bittrex24 Standard to Bittrex24 Professional. It's very easy to demonstrate the value because it happens automatically. It happens at night. Because we don't want this to create a load for the customers.
Sure.
So when no employees are working with the CRM, when we know that the database is not, no load is created, AI analyzes it, and in the morning you have, like you said, maybe 20 potential deals or 15. It's a no-brainer. You don't have to think, oh, I have to look at find new customers today. You are going to be talking to the customers who already bought something from you a year ago, and they trust you already.
Yeah, it's a very important tool to promote higher plans, and for our customers as well, just to see the power of the CRM, the power of AI in CRM. This slide we usually show, just to show off that we've made a lot of work.
We did. It's not us. It's our developers. They work extensively on CRM, but there's just so much work and improvement that we cannot talk about everything. But nevertheless, in order to give them credit, there has been a ton of new but not as important features.
Yeah, and I want to highlight one feature because we've seen a lot of questions about it. Now, we were talking about recurring invoices. They work in like your regular deals, but also with smart process automation as well. So we know that for many partners, smart process automation is a very big element how they work with the customer. So now these recurring invoices can also be used with your smart process automation. It's a great update that we have in Bittrex24 CRM. So Bittrex24 CRM, we are a pioneer in many AI features in CRM. Now CRM fields are auto-completed from calls and chats. Also, it helps with creating new activities after the call. Recurring invoices, amazing new features, and of course a lot of new tools in your contact center. Next on the menu is booking.
Which is part of CRM.
Of course, yeah. It's very important. It's a part of CRM because in many services, it's not a part of their CRM.
You have to pay separately.
For booking and for CRM tools. And you're paying for one tool here, and they will work together as a team. So it's great. It's a great feature. It's an amazing fit for probably any business that work with appointments, your delivery, beauty salons, rentals, and many other.
Dentists, medical, groomers, pet grooming.
Tattoo shops,
even service-based businesses.
Sure.
A lot of times,
like maintenance.
Maintenance or repairs.
Absolutely.
You have to schedule those visits.
And we actually see a huge growth of this instrument. We've started working with this a year ago, I think, a year ago.
It was new redesigned booking was a year ago, but we started working it, I think, 3 years ago.
Oh yeah. Well,
But this is from
redesign.
the, this is
This
from
growth
this spring, I
from
think.
the spring, yeah, we've seen a growth of 233%. So we are seeing that this instrument is really popular. It's people really like it. Our clients using it, and it's amazing. So we are adding one feature that was asked 1,000 times. It's a multi-day booking. So a multi-day booking is a great feature for businesses like equipment, tools, vehicles, or real estate. So because
Airbnbs, hotels.
so whenever you're renting a car, you're probably not renting it for like a minute. You're renting it for a couple days.
Yeah, maybe sometimes even 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If you're on vacation.
So now Booking will have a new mode where you can see the whole week and see where your resources are being booked for what days. Yeah, it's being asked probably every release that we were talking about Booking. Next.
Because we were thinking about hair salons where things happen in 30 minutes to an hour max. But yeah, the businesses are different.
Yeah, so we're ready to work with any types of businesses. Now, let's go back to the previous slide about cross-selling. Also a very big element of Booking. So now when you create a booking, your manager or the client themselves create the booking, they can add extra services that they need or extra products that they need. So it's a fast and easy way to just increase your average revenue per customer, just to add in more value to the same booking that is being created right now. You don't have to do anything, just add more resources or products. Very easy and understandable way to increase your revenue. So the sales channels that actually work with Booking are your website, your chats with customers, social media, and even ads.
Yeah.
And we support different types of booking forms. They can be configured for any type of business. You just can create it for with any fields, with any information that you might need for your booking form. And also, booking forms support taking payments.
Yep.
So you can take payment for this booking right away when person does this, and it supports all the following payment system.
And there is actually prepayment when we are required to pay before you're being booked.
Yes, because for many businesses you need to do the prepayment. So the booking won't be confirmed until we receive the prepayment from your customer. Also, a lot of booking updates. We've added webhooks, so it's very important for our partners who can make money from integrating them.
Yep.
Improved search, and also, like we've mentioned before, additional resources are now being displayed in the booking menu. So we are trying to update this instrument as much as we can. Right now, it's available on professional and enterprise plan. However, as we've seen the growth of this instrument, we want our customers of any commercial plan to try it out, to try out this instrument, to see its value, and many features that are big, that are important, are available on professional and enterprise plan too. So we want everyone to try it out, to see the value of this instrument, and then you probably want to upgrade.
Yeah, this is one of the, this was feedback from you guys, from partners,
Sure.
who said there are certain type of smaller businesses who need booking, but they said that Bittrex 24 Professional, $200 a month is too much for them. Okay, sure, then we've made it available on lower type plans, but extra value features like waiting list, overbooking, it is reserved for professionals.
And
so,
even the integration with CRM itself, which is probably the most important feature.
yeah.
So yeah, Bittrex 24 booking. Make the most of your resources. I like this phrase.
Yeah,
It's probably what it is.
Yeah.
So new booking forms, new multi-day booking. Hope you guys are happy. This was the request from you partners, and we understand that many businesses need the multi-day booking. Extra products and services, a great way to increase your average revenue from one customer.
Yep. Now let's talk about automated solutions. So automated solutions is basically smart process automation that has been configured either for a specific role like HR, or for a specific scenario like recruiting, or for a specific scenario, for a specific industry.
Yeah.
Because certain industries have certain automated workflows. And even prior to this, you were able to export and import those scripts in order not to recreate those smart processes manually each time. But now you can create automated solutions either for a job role or for industry and add it to Marketplace or buy or upload available ones from the Marketplace. So us as a vendor, we're going to be adding pre-configured industry-specific automated solutions, and you can also create your own ones for realtors, for legal tech, for recruiters, for consultants. I mean, there's any number of industries or job roles where it is useful. Okay, let's talk about BI Builder. There were not many updates to BI Builder during this release, but I do want to remind you that it is an important part of Bittrex 24, valued a lot by larger customers, especially enterprise-grade customers. 21,000 companies, more than 21,000 companies are already using BI Builder in Bittrex 24.
And that's amazing because this is an instrument that's probably needed to a bigger company, to a company with a grown analytics department.
And the custom dashboards for BI Builder are usually created by partners. And you guys know that it's a great revenue model where you develop custom boards for a fee. You can also sell them, and it's 9 out of 10 enterprise plan users are using some sort of custom created BI dashboard from BI Builder. Now, the improvements that we are releasing later this year mostly have to do with filtering options that you are able to use now. There are just more ways to filter, and more ways to apply different filters, and more ways to visualize data. So that's Bittrex 24 BI Builder. Now we're coming back to the issue of security, which is very important, and it is especially important when dealing with enterprise clients. We know that, again, spammers, scammers, phishers, stolen identities, all of those issues, data theft, they happen on individual levels, they happen on corporate level, but they all start with stolen personal data. When people steal or buy a database of logins and passwords, and a lot of us, let's be honest, they use maybe 2 or 3 different passwords and they share the same passwords for different services. If you do this, and if your data has leaked and it's available to hackers and other bad guys, chances are those people will be able to obtain data unlawfully from other services that you're using. We don't want this to happen with Bittrex 24, either for you as a partner or to our customers. So we are encouraging for you to use two-factor authorizations. This option has been available to you for a while. There are different ways to what a second factor can be. It's an email with a code, or a text message, or a token, or an app. So in Bittrex 24, we believe that the thing that makes the most sense is to simply use Bittrex 24 mobile app as your second factor. So you log in, you immediately receive notification on your Bittrex 24 mobile app. Please confirm that it's actually you who are logging into Bittrex 24. And this way, you don't have to use any extra equipment. Now, we understand that not everyone uses Bittrex 24 mobile app, so obviously you will still be able to use text message or email or reserve codes for your two-factor authorizations. But we believe that the primary and the most useful second factor is Bittrex 24 mobile app. So makes sense. And this thing is reliable and secure. So this is going to be, we're contemplating making it mandatory for our customers. There's going to be obviously a transition period. But actually, let us know what you think about this idea, whether you think that A, using Bittrex 24 mobile app is a good idea as the second factor, and B, what do you think about making it mandatory, if it makes sense or if it doesn't make sense?
Yeah, because you know the damage that companies can get from this,
Yeah.
it's millions of dollars, and the damage grows every year because we collect more data, we work with more information, and it should be collected safe because you can spend like millions of dollars in fines.
Yeah. I think the issue is responsibility. If you're doing a business, if you're using Bittrex 24 CRM, you are responsible for all of your customers because you're storing their names, they're storing their emails. And us as a vendor, we also think that we have to be responsible, since if we understand that phishing attacks happens, if we understand that personal data is being leaked, if we know that there is dark market for personal data, it makes sense to make as much as we possibly can for our customers to not even have a chance of losing data because some employee forgot to change his email address, his password, for example.
Yes.
So that has been new release, Bittrex 24 Intelligence.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool features. Many of them involve AI agents, AI tasks, new amazing features in the Messenger, your AI text that created from your voice messages and video notes, a lot of updates in Sync, new updated booking, and of course a lot of cool features in CRM.
Let us know what is your favorite feature. If you're forced to pick one, what's your favorite one?
What's your pick?
I would say mobile email.
Mobile email, yeah.
I'm old school.
Yeah, I'm going with new tasks. New tasks are mind-blowing to me. I love it so much. All right, let's talk about pricing. Pricing remained the same. We can see what instruments will be delivered to what plans. And we actually have 2 slides for it because we have so many cool features. So you can have all the information.
Again, don't worry, we will share this presentation with you.
Course.
You don't have to take screenshots.
And also we'll add, as we do every hour of last 4 releases, we'll do a website template for you that you can create new website with Bittrex 24 updates and share it with your customer. You can share this video with them too.
Yeah, it's a good idea to invite your customers or prospect, your future customers, and actually do your own presentation based on the PPT file that we share with you, what you think is going to be the most appropriate for your country, your industry, or your existing and future clients.
Yeah, let's stop with this slide for a minute, because you know sometimes we got to think about what we're actually doing. And working with Bittrex 24 is the ultimate instrument for any type of company. It has all the tools that any company of any level might need. They might not need all the features, but Bittrex 24 offers all the instrument that any company can get. And for that price, like I think it's unmatched.
We have no competition. No one else offers this many tools for this low of a price, especially as a part of a single platform. There are competitors, and good ones, who have all of those tools. They are each charged for separately, but they're not connected together. I mean, they might be integrated, but you still have to move from one to another. Huge advantage of Bittrex 24, flat price, low price, and all of those tools are available to you inside a single interface, and you can simply disable what you don't need.
Yeah, so this is amazing. Like, we need to understand that we are doing an amazing job. And also, as we usually do, we have a special promo for our partners starting from December 1st. It's up to 35% discount to cloud plans and on-premise edition for first-time purchases and upgrades. You'll, of course, receive more information about this promo in emails and all our...
Probably this and next week.
Yeah, next week, and also in your... in our partner portal, we'll probably talk about it. And if you are not a part of our LinkedIn group, I promote this group because we are creating a lot of content there for our partners. So make sure to follow our group as well. The release timing is that we're gonna roll these features gradually in November, in December, and probably in February.
Yeah, some of the features you already had the chance to play around with, and some are going to be available tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Things like new tasks are going to be released in a certain sequence, going to be enterprise clients first, then professional clients, then other plans. And there are, the thing that you're probably going to be most excited about, which is AI agents and new workflow builder. Those are going to be available to you, a partner, earlier by request first. And those AI agents that are being constructed by our own AI, that is likely to be publicly available February or March.
Sure. So, guys, thank you so much for being with us on this video.
We do have Q&A session, right?
Of course,
short one.
as usual, we have a short Q&A session with the questions that you've been asking us, and I've seen our colleagues already answering some of the questions in chat, but let's hear some questions. Which languages are supported for the new voice-to-text transcription?
I think if we start naming all 120 of those, all major languages.
Yeah, and probably all the languages that Bittrex24 operates
yeah,
with.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're covering all of our interface languages and all popular languages.
Is there a plan to migrate old workflows to the new designer? If so, will it be possible to adjust them after migration? Yeah, so we'll migrate the old workflows to a new designer. The workflows will remain the same, so you still be able to configure them only in a new interface. So now no data will be lost, no process will be broken or damaged. You just can configure it in the new
Automation
designer.
Studio.
Yeah, sure. Will we as partners be able to create our own custom AI agents and upload them to the marketplace?
I think I answered that during the presentation.
Yeah, let's just talk about it one more time because this is so amazing information.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's a new revenue stream.
Yes, we understand
And
this.
client generation team.
Sure.
Stream.
What about the old task cards? There will be comments going, won't we lose the info? Yeah, that's a good question to ask. Again, no information will be lost, so how it will look. New task will have this form that we've shown to you during the presentation. The right part will be your chat, and the left part will be all the information, and you'll be able to switch to the previous view in the very beginning, so you'll see all the comments and all the previous work that was done.
The comments will be saved inside the chat, right?
Yeah. We'll say in chat. What new functionality will be useful for specific industries and how? That's an amazing question because recently we've been talking about Bittrex24 not only as a solution, as an instrument, but as a solution for many businesses. So I think it depends on what businesses are we talking about.
Yeah, I would say it's tremendously useful to entire sets of industries. So if you think booking, that's hair salons, beauty salons, pet grooming, dental clinics. So that's one direction for you. If you think about AI automatically filling out the form based on phone conversations or chat, like if you do support, anyone who does phone support or chat support, that's another section. If new tasks are, that's anyone who works with projects like designers or digital studios, advertising agencies. That's another avenue. So there's going to be no industries that where new Bittrex24 won't help you. But now you can actually understand what's the best industry for you specifically, given your expertise, and which tools inside Bittrex24 you find most useful and where you live. Because different countries,
Sure.
If you live in a large city, if you have in small cities, for you it might make sense to focus on dental clinics, because dentists in your state, they are enough to feed you for the rest of your life. Could be, I mean, it's individual, but I would say there's lots and lots of segmentations where Bittrex 24 will be helpful.
Sure. And what about the new notification? We heard the logic has changed. How will it work now? Yeah, the logic changed a little bit. So the biggest change is that your tasks are now noted in the notification block. But also we'll have two modes where you can work with notification. First, you can mark them as read immediately. So if you received it, it's already read. But the next one is that you can do it manually. So it's up to you how to work with notification. The process became much more understandable, much more predictable, and our goal is to have all the notifications seen. So you won't miss any other information here. How are access permissions distributed in centralized corporate email management? As I understand, your admin will have access to all email inboxes, and the managers will only have the access to the inboxes they have the access to.
Yeah, that's usually the way you set up, is that admins have access to everything they can configure, and regular workers have access only to the contents of their mailbox, but it's highly customizable. We're going to release this feature soon. You will be able to look at it and you will understand the logic immediately. It follows the same basic logic that we have in CRM, in projects permissions, in document access permissions, same type of idea.
Yeah. For example, can administrator grant read-only access to a mailbox without sending permission? So, as I understand the question, so the manager can only read emails, but not actually send them.
Sure, that sometimes maybe that's necessary.
Yeah, I think it won't work like that. So if it depends on the access permission that were granted.
Give us the scenario. We'll talk to our developers and come back with a specific answer.
Yeah, sure. What new niches and opportunities does MCP open up for partners? That's an amazing question to ask. So with MCP, you probably has even more opportunities and even more way to create solutions for your customers.
Yeah, I think there are partners now who specialize in telephony.
Yeah,
it's natural, and there are partners who specialize in document management. I think there is going to be shortly a niche, people who specialize in AI or AI integrations. There are people who specialize in security systems or biometrics. So clearly, if you are very AI proficient, if this is something that you absolutely love, it's one of the hottest trends, makes sense to hop into it. And yeah, it's going to open AI and automation niche for you, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's going to create the niche themselves, so you can create even more specific solution for any type of company.
You can specialize for automations for ChatGPT or for Gmail or for whatever. Yeah, there is absolutely tremendous growth potential here in different fields, because like if you do design or motion design, there are entirely different AI systems that are there that do things much better than anything else. But yeah, give it a try. And
now with the access of granting access to third-party products and giving them the access to Bittrex 24, working with MCP, you can do you can have unlimited possibilities.
And
here.
You can position yourself as Bittrex 24 AI automation professional or consultant.
Yeah,
because there is definitely a need for that.
Yeah, guys.
We're out of time, probably, right?
We've been out of time already some minutes ago, but we had to do a Q&A session. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We are looking for your feedback. What are the most exciting news that you got? And you'll get all the information with our new release and
your clients will see some of those new features this week.
Sure. Thank you so much, and see you soon, guys.
Bye-bye, everyone.